So autism in education, here are my 3 top tips on how to overcome those obstacles of autism in academia and being on the autism spectrum and being somewhere where you're in a learning environment. Don't go anywhere, it's coming up. Hey guys, welcome back to the Ask Me World. My name is Dan. I have autism, ADHD, OCD and dyslexia, and I'm making weekly videos all about this stuff. So if you're new around here and you want to kind of learn more, remember to hit the subscribe button here on YouTube to see more videos by clicking that notification bell. And also, if you're watching on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, then make sure to follow this page for daily videos. Oh yes, daily videos. Guys, what's going on? I have put together my 3 top strategies because not only have I been to primary school and I went to secondary school or high school, then I also went to college, which is in the UK, a little bit between university and high school, which is like basically a technical college. Then I went to university. Now I've done it all. I went from nothing to having a degree in chemistry, and I really want to share that with you because I think there's some value there to be had. Now, I didn't do it just like any other kind of typical kid would have done. I actually had to create accommodations, and I had an accommodation team with me and that I learned all these skills from. So it's kind of like a bit from me and a bit from the people I learned from who were kind of taking care of me, who were the disability kind of advocates of the school that I was in. Okay, so without further ado, why have I got ink on me? That's weird. Without further ado, guys, let's get into it. Okay, so the first one is audio recordings and camera clips. So using a smartphone, like I had my iPhone with me most of the time and an iPad, I would actually set it to dictaphone mode and record the lecture or the speech that the lecturer was giving, so I could refer to it back when I'm going over my notes, which was super, super awesome. One of the things I did quite often was if there was something on the board that I didn't, I couldn't write down quick enough because, I'm dyslexic as well, I kind of hold my phone up like this and I take a picture of the whiteboard. So I had an actual physical copy of the whiteboard later on, because obviously when they're writing things down, they may go to something else. And if your notes are incorrect, then if you're not writing them down exactly as they are, it could be very, very confusing. But I use this so much because when I went back home, I was able to listen to the lecture, look at the notes as if I was sitting there again. And because being on the autism spectrum, it takes a lot of time to really digest a lot of that information. And so let's get on to step number 2. I hope you enjoyed the first one. Oh guys, before we do step number 2, I just want to let you know that I am hosting a free Autism Masterclass webinar on the 28th of July 2022. Sorry if you're watching this in the future. And it's going to be hosted at 8 p.m. London time, London UK time, but it's all for parents and caregivers of people on the autism spectrum, and I don't want you to miss out. Now you can go to theaskmeworld.com/steps to register right now for your chance to be in this masterclass. There is a limited amount of space because we're holding it on Zoom, so you got to be in with a chance to get it. You got to go on theaskmeworld.com/steps and sign up right now. It's going to be amazing. I'm talking about 3 major steps to increase happiness, creativity, understanding, communication, and accommodations for autistic children with parents. It's going to be amazing. See you there. Okay guys, so number 2 is label and date all paperwork. One of the things that you find in academia is that there's so much paperwork. You get, sheets of paper and handouts. You're maybe taking notes and somebody passes you something else. And at the end of the day or the end of the week, you have stacks of stuff and they're completely uncoordinated and you don't know where they go. So what I used to do is I'd write in the top corner of the first page, page 1, and then the date. And then to get the second one, page 2, and then the date. So at the end of the week, I'd have a date organized in time, the first page to the last page that I got on that day, all organized, so I can staple them together, put them in a pocket, and I've got them all ready for my notes when I'm doing revision, etc., which is pretty amazing. And that was probably one of the most profound things I learned whilst in university. Even though I did a degree in chemistry, that was probably one of the most amazing things that I did learn. Okay, so number 3 was a buddy system / mentor. Now I had both of these. I'm a huge believer in buddy systems and mentor systems because I feel like they are the things that are going to get you through some difficult times when you're in university or school. So I had a friend called Tom, and he was amazing. And Tom used to come with me to all my classes. He was in the same classes as me. We used to ride the car there together to go to university. But Tom was also a person to lean on when I needed help. And he also helped me kind of read things over and over again when a lot of people would kind of get a bit annoyed about that because of autism. I don't always just take in all the stuff that I know. I want to talk about it and process it a little bit more. Now, I also was set up with a student mentor, and it was a lovely woman, and she was from Germany actually. And so I'd go and see her every week I'd go and see her, and she'd talk to me about anything that's going on, any issues or worries that I had. This was crazy good. Now, this was set up because the university I went to had a great disabled student kind of process in the system. Not all universities and schools will have this, so definitely check with your SENCO or your special educational needs coordinator to see if this type of support is available. Maybe you have even better support where you are, but a buddy system is great, a mentor system is even better. So I would suggest having both of them if you can, but if you can't, just have the buddy system. That works well. And how I got the buddy system was I made friends with somebody. I made friends with somebody who was on the same course as me, who was doing the same thing as me, and I could relate to. So just try and find someone like that. That was super awesome, and the university will help you do that as well. Pretty much all universities and schools have a system to help pair you up with like a big brother or a buddy system. So that'll be super awesome. Anyway, guys, don't forget my masterclass. Go to theaskmeworld.com/steps right now. Register for the masterclass. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I will see you there all on the call. It's just going to be so dope. Okay, guys, I'll see you on the call. Peace.